Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samar News. Here are today's headlines. The US military says a new drone defense system tested in Europe will soon be deployed in Romania. General Christopher Donahue spoke during a visit to US troops at the Mihail Kogolniceanu base after Romanian and German jets were scrambled to a Russian drone incursion, the deepest yet into Romanian airspace since the war began. Ukraine's national security chief says President Volodymyr Zelenskyy could travel to the United States in the coming days to finalize a deal with President Donald Trump to end the war with Russia. Rustem Umerov said Kyiv is working to arrange the visit as soon as possible. On the other hand, Russia's Sergei Lavrov says any amended US peace plan for Ukraine must match what Presidents Putin and Trump agreed at their Alaska summit. He told reporters Moscow had welcomed an initial draft and is now waiting for a revised version after US talks with Kyiv and Europe. Russia has launched a new barrage of drones and missiles at the Ukrainian capital Kyiv, killing 6 people, wounding 13, and disrupting electricity and heating systems. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said Russian forces launched more than 460 drones and 22 missiles. It was the second major Russian strike on Kyiv this month. Ukrainian air defense units shot down 22 missiles and 464 drones, the Air Force said. French President Emmanuel Macron has said that US President Donald Trump's peace plan needs improvement to make it acceptable for Ukraine and Europe. Macron says it's an initiative that goes in the right direction, towards peace, adding, however, that there are aspects of that plan that deserve to be discussed, negotiated, improved. Macron added that only the Ukrainians could decide what territorial concessions they are ready to make. US and Ukrainian officials seek to narrow the gaps between them over a plan to end the war in Ukraine, after agreeing to modify a US proposal that Kyiv and its European allies saw as a Kremlin wish list. In a joint statement, Washington and Kyiv said they had drafted a refined peace framework after talks in Geneva. Though there were no specifics, the dialogue received a cautious welcome from some of Ukraine's allies. US President Donald Trump hinted at new progress. Russian President Vladimir Putin was given a colourful welcome in Bishkek that featured traditional dress, Taigan dogs, golden eagles and horsemen. He was received by Kyrgyz President Sadir Japarov. The two will hold talks on Wednesday ahead of a CSTO summit later in the week. "Call me anytime" was the message Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi says she has received from US President Donald Trump in their first phone call since Tokyo's leader sparked a major diplomatic bust-up with China. Trump has not commented publicly on the dispute between Japan, a key US security ally, and rival superpower China, a silence that analysts say will be concerning to some officials in Tokyo. In brief remarks following her call with Trump, Takaichi sought to dispel any concerns that the US president did not have her back. The Trump administration has ordered a sweeping review of all refugees who entered the United States under former President Joe Biden, including a halt on processing permanent residence applications. The review could affect roughly 200,000 individuals admitted between January 2021 and February 2025. An internal memo from the US Citizenship and Immigration Services Director, dated November 21st, revealed the order for a comprehensive review of refugees admitted under Biden. According to the memo, the review will include re-interviews to ensure all individuals meet refugee criteria. A massive fire has swept through one of Bangladesh's biggest informal settlements, situated in Dhaka's Korail area. Fire officials say at least 16 engines were sent in to contain the blaze. Korail houses around 80,000 people, many displaced by climate impacts. The cause of the fire is still unknown. Apple has said that it is cutting jobs across its sales teams to strengthen its customer engagement efforts, noting that only a small number of roles will be impacted by the layoffs. An Apple spokesperson says the company is continuing to hire and the affected employees can apply for new roles. The impacted employees include account managers serving major businesses, schools, and government agencies. And a Chinese dance drama portraying the Nanjing massacre has been staged in Paris, revisiting the 1937 killings through the story of writer Iris Chang. The production drew strong reactions from audiences and guests who called the depiction powerful and urged continued dialogue in Asia amid renewed tensions over Japan's wartime history. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samar.tv. Thank you for watching Samar News.